A warm good morning to one and all. Myself Raghuram and along with me my team members Bharat Balan and Achas Nair. Today we are going to present our third presentation on the topic Sustainable Multi-Story Parkade. First of all, I want to thank all the faculties who helped in our project, especially Arjun sir, who put effort as our mentor. Moving on to the topics, it is divided into mainly six parts and they are abstract, introduction, literature review, why this topic, objectives and future scope, project phases and reference. The first one is introduction. The word parkade is a Canadian word that means a space for parking. The parkade is an efficient building that is dedicated to parking itself. In a country like India, one of the most concerning problems is the off-street parking. For eradicating this problem, our multi-story helps in a lot of ways. And that is the main highlight of our introduction part. And the next slide is benefits. Our parking structure will be entirely different from other parking structures. The following are the benefits of our multi-story parking structures, and they are space saving, efficient use of space, less toxic gases, reduce heat effect, safety and energy efficient. Figure 3 is a model for our parkade structure. The next two slides are the literature reviews we came across during the course of our project. The first one is Journal of Sustainable Construction Materials and Technologies, written by ILS Technical University, which we highlighted the sustainability pillars to efficient planning, design and application. The next one is Metropolis Parking Problems and Management Planning Solution for Traffic Operations, written by Huminu, which we highlighted the points such as the rapid development of urbanization and motorization in developing countries. The third one is a case study regarding the world's most sustainable office building, which is authored by a team known as AD Editorial Team. The fourth one is an IoT based intelligent parking management system using LOD display. It's written by Swapna and her team, which we highlighted the parking management using intelligence provides customer an easy way of parking vehicle which can be viewed through a display. The last but not least, demand and characteristics of parking system in urban areas. Janak Parmar and team, which we came across the psychological and parking characteristics play important roles in parking choice. The next slide is why this topic. As I said earlier, in a country like India, like human population, another drastic change is the exponential growth of vehicles in the road. As a result, people are facing a lot of difficulties. For reducing these difficulties, we bring up this topic. Our structure concentrates in reduce traffic, reduce the amount of land, increasing the safety, reduce illegal parking, and replacing the present structure by our sustainable one. The figure 4 is a congested road in Trivandrum. Figure 5 and 6 are two dedicated parkades and one in LA and other in New Zealand. And the next slide is the key objective for our structure. And they are the first one to have an ideal LEED building. Cost comparison with the other conventional structures and making it structurally strong and stable, retrofitting to existing building and replacing the current construction materials and zero energy. And talking about the future scope, there are more than 5, but we listed the 5 of them, and they are replacing the present structures, more space for the increasing vehicles, present solution for reducing carbon emission, more affordable to civilians. Our project is divided into mainly 7 parts, and they are construction materials, various technologies, energy generation, safety, foundation details, cost comparisons, designing, 3D modeling in Revit. The figure 8 is a pictorial representation of a multi-story parkade.
As Raghuram said, our project consists of various phases and I am here to talk about the construction materials. The first one is hempcrete. It is also known as hemp lime, as it consists of hemp herds along with the lime and sand. It is used in exterior walls, and hempcrete's density is 15% that of traditional concrete. These are fireproof, carbon sink, pest resistant, and it is a strong insulator which stores and releases moisture. The next one is Ferroc. It is a carbon negative, environmentally friendly compound. It is made up of 95% recycled materials such as waste steel dust and silica from ground up glass, which when poured and upon reaction with carbon dioxide creates iron carbonates. It reduces pollution because these iron carbonates entrap CO2 from the atmosphere into the rock. The next one is ultra high performance concrete. It is a cementitious concrete material. The minimum specified compressive strength is 17,000 pounds per square inch. It has specified durability, tensile ductility, and toughness requirements. Hence, we can say that it is a sustainable material. Recycled asphalt concrete. These are manufactured by mixing asphalt and aggregates along with soya-based stripping paints. Asphalt is an environmentally friendly, sustainable pavement material. The low consumption of energy for production and construction and low emission of greenhouse gases makes it a sustainable material. The next one is sandwich walls. These are insulated solid facade elements. These walls provide insulating property as it is made up of two reinforced concrete shells. They are mostly made up of polystyrene, rock wool, or other approved materials. So, in the next few slides, we are going to discuss about various technological improvements we have implemented in our buildings. The first one is integrated ceiling panels. These innovative aluminum petals not only does provide lighting, it also provides heating, cooling, and other acoustic function. From figure 14, we can see the petal leaf design of the panel. In the system, there are about 500,000 LED lights which uses 40% less energy as compared to the traditional lighting system. Figure 15 shows integrated ceiling panels inside a building. Okay, now we are going to talk about ventilation. The first one is natural ventilation. In figure 17, we can see bronze blades. These blades opens and closes when the pressure inside the building increases or decreases, thus making the building a breathable one. The next one is smart airflow. We will be including this type of airflow where natural ventilation is not possible. This system reduces CO2 emission by approximate 300 metric tons each year. The smart CO2 sensing controls save about 600 to 750 megawatt hour of power per annum. The next one is combined heat and power, which supplies heat and power in a single efficient system with reduced carbon emissions. The waste heat generated from this process is recycled for cooling and heating, and in use, it is expected to save 500 to 750 metric tons of CO2 each year. The next one is U-boot technology. It is a recycled polypropylene formwork technology used for construction purposes. One of the obstacles with concrete constructions in case of horizontal slabs is the high weight which limits the span. We can see U-boot technology in figure 20. Okay, that's all. The rest of the presentation will be explained by my teammate Archa Isnail. Thank you.
Although we have discussed about n numbers of strengthening materials in our building, we do need to have alternate methods so that whenever a building collides with any natural calamity, it does not collide. So talking about the safety, first we will be discussing about the seismic invisibility clock, which deals with the earthquake. So earthquake actually moves in horizontal movements, creating vertical movements to the building, making it sway. So to reduce that, we will be placing hundreds of recycled plastic rings in the foundation of the building. We're talking about the pile foundation up here, which works as a clock, reducing the intensity of these seismic waves. Now, talking about the waterlogging and the flood. Some pumps will be having the major role in reducing the level of water if it's excessing in our building, sucking out the excess water through special pipes out of the building. Another one is French drains, which is actually a traditional one, which deals with the lower level of waterlogging problems. Now, talking about the energy generation, as we are having a zero energy building, we will be having speed bump generators. As we are dealing with n numbers of vehicles, we can actually use these vehicles to produce 10 to 36 kilowatt of power as in a steady flow of traffic. Another one is solar panels. We are very much known with this term. We are replacing it on the terrace, which will be facing the sun. Another one is automatic parking system, which will be in the ground floor and the basements. There will be minimal amount of human interference and will be fully controlled by the IoT system. Talking about the foundation, we will be having pipe foundation if our structure contains 3 or more than 3 levels. According to the availability of the construction materials, we can have it in steel or reinforced concrete or sometimes timber. If our structure is having 2 or less than 2 levels, we can even have raft foundation, which deals with lower level of loads carrying systems. In figure 23, you can see the typical raft columns, which are actually a mat of concrete. So coming up with our presentation, it contains the CAD format as we have said. So figure 29 actually shows first and second and third floor plans. We can have n numbers, like we can increase the number of floors. So this is what we are designing to have maximum spacing. The ground floor and basement floor, where we have planned to have the automatic parking system, IoT controlled. And on the right side, you can see the terrace plan, where we are arranging the solar panel with integrated petal ceilings. In figure 31, you can see the front elevation of the building.
So in this video, you can see the 3D CAD format of our building, ground floor and the basement with first, second and third floors elevations. You can see the arrangements of the slots in the basement, the circular disc form. And further, in the first, second and third floor plans, you can see the columns arrangements and the slots. In this video, you can see the 3D model of our building. Here we have taken a 2-story building. Further in the video, you can see the arrangements of the solar panel and the integrated ceiling panel. And also, you can see the interior parking lot locations and all. Now here, as reference, we have taken the 6 journals as we have discussed in the literature review. Along with it, we went through a lot of websites. A few of them are enlisted below, the ArcDaily, Academic, ParkingNet.com and all. Which leads us to the end of our presentation. We hope that you have got the idea of what kind of a sustainable parquet we are discussing here. It will be a platinum grade according to the LEED notifications. And I would like to thank on behalf of my entire team. All the questions and queries are welcomed.